Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi and Lindy are on vacation this week. My name is Robin Apple, and tonight I'm with Deborah Blinder and Beth Sanders, who are helping lead the service. Just one thing I wanted to tell everyone, and that is Deborah and I are not singers, and we don't have Steve tonight, but Beth is going to do her best to keep us on track here, but just fair warning. So when it's time to sing, sing out, please. Yeah, one of us is better than the other. Anyone can be in kolot. Ability to sing is not a requirement. It's our custom at the beginning of each service to create a Kehillah Kadosha, a holy community, by greeting one another and introducing ourselves to those we do not know. So please get up. For our friends at home, open the chat and wish each other a Shabbat Shalom.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom again, everyone. Please join us on page 4 with number 13, Mayafeh Hayom.
Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat.
page 8 with the lighting of the Shabbat candles, and we'd like to invite Beth Sanders to the bima to have that honor. And as we have been doing every week for quite a while now, before we light the Shabbat candles, we light a third candle to remember the hostages. All of those whose pictures you see on that wall are still not home. And so we light a candle in solidarity with them.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you, Beth. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We rise physically or spiritually for the call to worship on page 9. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. And join us in chanting the Via Haftarah on page 10. Via Haftarah et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh Asher Anochi Mitzavecha Hayom Alevavecha V'shinatam Levanecha V'dibarta Ba'am V'shivtecha B'veitecha Uv'leftecha B'derech Uv'shokbecha Uv'kumecha, Ukshartam le'ot al yadecha,
והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We read together at the top of page 11.
Standing at the water's edge, the sea spray on your cheek. Close your eyes and feel within the beating of freedom's drum. Listen closely on the breeze. Do you hear the music of the ages? O God, you beat the drum. You are the song. You are the wonder in each of us. With joy and awe, we sing to you this song of freedom. Page 12, sing with us, Let There Be Love, Hashki Venu, on the bottom of page 12.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, L'Shalom. V'hamidenu, Shomreinu L'chaim. Ufrosalenu, Sukkot Shlomecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, L'Shalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Those who are able, please rise for the Amidah at the bottom of page 13. Adonai sifatifta ufia gitehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Leah Elohei Rachel Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Ve'koneh Hakol Ve'zoher Hasdei Avot v'Imahot U'mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai Mechayei hakol Atah Rav le'Hoshia Mechakel Hayim bechesed Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim Somet noflim verofech olim Umatir asurim Umekayem emunato Lishenei afar Michamocha bal givurot Umidome lach Melech memit umechayeh umatzmiah Yeshua v'ne'eman atah lechayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim b'chol yom Yahlelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated, and we continue on the bottom of page 15. Modim anachnu lach sha'atahu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu le'olam va'ed. Sur chayenu magen yeshenu atahu l'dor vador. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. And we continue on the top of page 16 with Shalom Rav.
Shalom
Each week we take a few quiet moments to turn inward and pray the prayers of our hearts. Tefilat Halev.
During the trek through the desert, when they were getting close to the promised land, at God's direction, Moses sent 12 men out to scout the land of Canaan. Each went out to a different part of Canaan. They were to report back, among other things, are the people strong or weak? Is the country good or bad? Is the soil rich or poor? Is it wooded or not? And they were told to bring back some fruit of the land. 10 men came back with reports of a cruel land, of undefeatable people. Caleb and Joshua came back saying, "No, the land is not what you think. It's exceedingly good land." In fact, 10 men lied to Moses, and 2 men spoke honestly about what they found. This week's Torah portion, Sholach Lecha, centers around the idea of coming into the promised land. The phrase coming into the land can refer to physically coming to a place, or, as I will discuss, it can refer to something that transcends physical boundaries. It can refer to our role in the world to fulfill our true human potential and to reveal the greatness of what we've been given. The 10 negative spies in the Parsha failed to see the goodness of the land and adopted the attitude that the world or the land was essentially bad. They could have fulfilled the true potential in the world and seen its beauty, but instead they made a mockery of it. They cried to Moses, "Let's just give up and go back to Egypt." The consequence of this attitude for the spies was their downfall. God told Moses that because the 10 spies had not shown faith in God and recognized all that he was giving them, they would not be able to enter the promised land. Their whole generation was banished to die in the wilderness. Only Caleb and Joshua's tribes were allowed to go on. So that was the consequence for failing to see the goodness of the land. The consequence for us in failing to see it is the environmental destruction we see around us. If we don't see the world as being good, what motivation do we have to want to protect it? The attitude of the 10 spies was like the attitude of a person who only looks at the shell of the world, who goes through life following others in the mistreatment of the earth and not looking for ways to make it better. They fail to recognize the positive in the world and don't live their lives in a way that respects the earth. They don't treat our natural resources with respect, and they are not in awe of the privilege of using them. The damage we have done to the world requires big and urgent solutions to fix. It is never too late to change our behaviors personally and nationally. Individually, we cannot do big things, but it all starts with us. Separating compostable waste from other waste costs absolutely nothing. There's no excuse for anyone not taking that first simple step. Not using plastic water bottles costs nothing, and not using them is a step towards curbing the tragedy of plastics in our oceans and our landfills. Some things may be more limiting on an individual basis because of financial constraints. Compostable bags cost more than plastic baggies, but if the money isn't an issue, then use compostable bags. I'm amazed it's even possible to get plastic bags at the grocery store anymore. Never use them. There are thousands of ways we can start on an individual basis to help curb environmental destruction. We can't do it alone, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try to do our part. Karma led a wonderful Torah study class this year, and part of the curriculum was a book by Rabbi Jonathan Stacks, who used to be the chief rabbi in Great Britain. The book was called Judaism's Life-Changing Ideas. One idea accompanies each parsha. For this week's parsha, Rabbi Sacks counsels us, never let negative emotion distort your perceptions. To see the world as it is, not as you are afraid it might be, let faith banish fear. Saying to yourself, for example, my using a plastic bag is so insignificant that it will make no difference in the health of the earth is a negative emotion. Rabbi Sacks would say that a negative emotion distorts your perception. Because while it may be that one plastic bag really won't make a difference, when you do it and you encourage your neighbor to do it, and they encourage their children to do it, and it goes on, we can make a difference. Don't be afraid you can't do anything to help, because you can. Nike tells us, just do it. Ecclesiastes tells us, whatever your hand finds to do by your strength, that do. So please do. Ken Yehi Ratzon. May it be God's will.
Each week we offer prayers for healing for our family and friends. To our friends joining us from home, whom we forgot to welcome, Shabbat Shalom. If you have loved ones who are sick or ailing, please share their names in the chat now so that they may be included in our prayers. And as a community, we are praying this week for Diane Dakin, Randy Watkins, Gabby Lopez-Smith, Victor Altman, Samantha Porteous, Barry Klein, Brooke Hall, Charlene Gross, Joseph Mayer, Leslie Hirschfield, Judy Platt, Jacob Tannenbaum, Michael Sheets, Liam Ledesma, Michael Hall, Bill Meyer, Sherwin Sobel, Don Gonzanga, Autumn Larrick, Philip Greer, Paul Preciso, Sonny David, Danny Rifkin, Linda Heiser, Evelyn Young, Lou Robin, Bill Bell, Al Aronofsky, Peggy Bard, Shoshana Root Bathana, and Angelina Maciel. And as my hand passes over the congregation, please share the names of your family and friends in need of healing.
I'll add Diane Short, Dawn Cordano, Margot Hanscom, and Bertie Sullivan.
Thank you. The words for the Misha Berach can be found on page 23.
Strength We continue with a prayer for our country and the state of... missed a part. We add to all those names mentioned aloud, all of us here who are in need of these same prayers of refuach hanefesh and refuach haguf, healing of mind and body and spirit. Baruch atah Adonai, rofecha holim. Blessed are you, Adonai, healer of the sick.
Amen.
Now, we continue with a prayer for our country and the state of Israel on page 23. Guardian of life and liberty, grant blessings to our country. Grant our leaders patience and wisdom. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and may we never be lazy in the work of peace. Eternal God, grant blessings to the state of Israel. Protect your people, shelter them with peace, and grant them deliverance from the violence that surrounds them. May they live in harmony with one another and with their neighbors. May the bonds of faith and faith that unite the Jews of all lands be a source of strength and blessing to each of us and to all the world. And let us say, Amen.
And we rise physically or spiritually for the Eleno on the middle of page 25.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, lateit gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'gyeh haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo chelcheinu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'kol hamonam. V'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo 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 echad.
Please be seated. At the conclusion of each service, we remember our loved ones who are no longer physically with us, but who, through the gift of memory, live on in our hearts. To our friends at home, if you're in the 30-day period of mourning or in the first year of mourning, please share your loved ones' names in the chat so that we may bring their memory into this holy space. And for those in the room, if you're in the 30-day period of mourning or in the first year of mourning, I invite you to stand and share your loved ones' names so that we may offer you comfort and support. And we remember these loved ones who have a yahrzeit, the anniversary of their passing, in the week ahead. If I read your loved one's name, please stand so that we may recognize you. We remember with love Nadine Conley, Linda Fradkin, Ronna Morris, Albert Heiser, Phyllis Janoff, Benjamin Plotkin, Harold Simon, Ann Colber, Bernice Fine, Ruthie Corin, Max Landau, Marcia Davidson, Ted Kahlo, Clarence Elfman, Lillian Elfman, Julia Kehoe, Paula Walter, Dorothea Spencer, Jeanette Bay, Evan Stein, and Barbara English. And Ruben, do we have any names from the chat? Okay, and we also remember Nathan Corin and Harriet Corin. And as we do each week, we remember the 6 million who perished in the Holocaust, many leaving no one to say Kaddish for them. And we remember all those who have died in the current conflict in Israel and Gaza. We take them into our hearts with our own, and in solidarity with the mourners, we rise physically or spiritually, and together recite the Mourner's Kaddish on page 26.
Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, b'yoma divra hirute v'yom malhute, b'chayehon v'yomehon, u'b'chayed kol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalal shmei d'kudashah b'rihu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'ne'emata, damiram be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shalom rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael, v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yakol Yisrael, v'yimru amen.
May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all the bereaved among us, and let us say amen. You may be seated.
And we would like to invite to the Bima Dave Newstad for a few announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Deborah and Robin and Beth, for leading services this evening. And thank you, Reuben Ripken, for connecting us with our friends at home through the live stream. And thank you to Lance and Modang Davidson for donating flowers on the beautiful flowers on the bima in loving memory of Marcia Davidson. Participating in Shabbat service adds meaning to your experience and to our community's experience. Please consider lighting Shabbat candles, being called to the Torah for an aliyah, or carrying the Torah during our hakafah. Email or text Karma to select a date. Rabbi and Lindy are back next week, and we hope you'll spend part of your 4th of July weekend with us. Services will be held on Friday, July 5th at 7:30 p.m. Happy Independence Day and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And now, if you'll join us in our final song before Kiddush and Motzi, Say Shalom on page 27.
And everybody come up out of your seats and gather around the bima.
And sing loud. Say Shalom bin Roma. Do we have birthdays, anniversaries, other simchas?
My youngest grandson turned 25 today.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Anything, anybody else? All right. Then, if you will join us for Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim.
Of course.
And this beauty was made by Deborah.
Beautiful.
I know, she's so good.
I know.
So let's all join together so that we're all
Beth,
in
come on up here with us.
contact with,
Come on up here, Beth.
we're all in contact with the challah
There you go.
while we say motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Please join us for Oneg.
On the count of 3, before we head out to Oneg, let's all turn. Ruben, which camera should we go to? It's this corner. And on the count of 3, we will wish everyone at home a Shabbat Shalom. Achat, shtaim, shalosh, Shabbat,
Shabbat shalom.
And now please join us out in the gallery for Oneg Shabbat. Yasher koach. Thank you. Yasher koach.
Did it.
Que no podía.